Good morning. Today we are going to continue with the schools of jurisprudence. In the previous video we have seen two schools, that is analytical school and historical school. Okay. Now the third school which we are going to discuss is ethical school. Ethical school is going to connect law with justice. Means they will say that the main purpose of law is what? Justice. So they are neither interested with the present law nor they are interested in the past, but they are more interested with the law in future. Means they are considering that how law ought to be. It should be just. It should fulfill the concept of justice. It should do justice in the society. Therefore, they are concerned with the future. They are not concerned with the past. They are neither concerned with the present. The main proponent of this school are Grotius, Kant and Hegel. Okay, Salmond has also stated the purpose of law as justice, but the school which Salmond belongs is analytical because he uses a method of analysis. He states that it is an investigation, isn't it? What is jurisprudence? Jurisprudence is a investigation, a method to study the law. Therefore, though Salmond states about the purpose of law as justice, he is not coming in this school. Okay. Now, what the analytical jurists state, the concept of justice has a philosophical or ethical content, and law and justice are closely interrelated concept. Therefore, law is a means for justice. If you want justice, you have to go by law. Law is a means to attain the ends of justice. End means the object. Thus, law is only an instrument towards the fulfillment of the objective of justice. Ethical school of jurisprudence is concerned itself with the manner in which law fulfills the purpose, that is, attainment of justice. It seeks to differentiate between the spheres of law, but they are connected with justice only. They are connected with morality. They are connected with ethics. It attempts to highlight the ethical significance of legal conceptions. Therefore, all concepts in law, they balance it, they consider it, they test it with morality, with ethics. The ethical or philosophical school considers law as the means by which individual will is harmonized with the general will of the community. The proximate object, the main object of jurisprudence is what? To secure liberty to the individual for the perfection of human being. Means they are more concerned with the perfect life of a human being. They are more concerned with the perfect life of society. Perfect, that is ethics, that is morality. Okay, this is ethical school. The other school is sociological school. The proponents of sociological school are Auguste Comte, Herbert Spencer, Eyring, Ruskin-Pond. What the school states? Law is living as society is living. The concepts and doctrines of society change, the institution change. Similarly, law should change. They study the legal system functionally as a social instrument, as a part of social control. They will study the institution, the doctrine, the precepts. They will study everything which is there in the society. Okay. Therefore, they say that law is a barometer of society. Law is a living concept because society is a living concept. Laws are made for the society. As is the society, so is the law. Therefore, only I told you that what is law? Law is a barometer of society. You will come to know law or you will come to know the society. You just see what the laws are. In a society, laws are framed with certain objectives which the people want in their society. Therefore, the main criteria, the main focus is what? Society. Therefore, the law has to remove the problems which are there in the society. Law has to, like you can say, achieve the objects for the society. Therefore, society and law are interconnected. Therefore, Auguste Comte also has stated the same thing. He is a person who has coined the word sociology, which is a study of society. What is society? Society is a web of relationship, and for governing the relationship, law is being made. Okay. Ruscio Pond is also one of the main proponent in this school, and he has explained a different theory called as a social engineering theory. He is a founder of this theory. What he says, to interpret the basic concept of law not in purely manner but in the background of social problems and realities. Means there will be some problems in the society, there will be some realities in the society. First you have to consider that. See the realities, see the interests of the society, and accordingly to protect those interests we have to make the law. Okay. Justice Holmes has also stated that life of law is not been logic. Just by logic you can't consider that this is the law, but it has been experience. Means as the society experiences certain things, similarly laws are made. Laws are made to fulfill the objectives of society. Therefore the objectives, the purpose of society and the purpose of law are connected to each other. That is the main concept which this school, sociological school, states. Okay. Another school is what? Realism. Realism means what? Reality. Whatever the reality is, you can call this realism as a part of sociological school only. They concentrate on actual function. They have given a common sense approach, and they are the champions of reforms. There was a realist movement actually, and it is a part of the sociological approach. Decisions of the courts are based not only on formal law, but they are based on the human factor in the judge and the lawyer. This is also very much true. So a judgment is just not a law. Means what the ethical school says, justice, that is the objective. And what this school is telling, we have to see the reality, what the judgment is. Therefore judgment may not be based upon just law, it is based upon how you interpret. Means how the judges interpret, how the lawyers put before the judge, what the lawyers interpret. That focus, that reality is being told by realism. Realism, modern realism can be divided into like English realism, Scandinavian realism, and American realism. Okay. In American realism, the jurists were judges. English realism is of Salmon, and for Scandinavian realism, those people, the jurists, were like philosophers and professors and all. Therefore the reality will little bit change, but that you can't go away from the reality. Reality is there. Like American realists, they state that what is law? What judges declare. Judges will give a judgment, and that will become a precedent. Therefore they are putting emphasis upon what? The personality of the judge, the personal views of the judge, and how they interpret. Okay. Justice Holmes and Justice Gray, they are there in American realism. They state about a bad man theory. If you want to know law, you will not find law in law books, as Justice Holmes is telling. You will come to know what law is through the bad man's views, through the bad man's eyes. Because what bad man will consider? How to make the breach of law. He will study the judgment, what the judges, how the judge decides. Okay. Therefore that is one of the reality. You can't deny that. Therefore the personality of a judge affects the judgment. Law is reared in the court. Law is the most of the part of the law is discussed in what? In court only. It is, you can see the law, the working of the law in the court. This is the main concept of American realism. And Scandinavian realists, those people were philosophers and professors. Therefore they have given a philosophical approach. They tell that binding force of law is only magic. It is like a jugglery. If you believe that law is, then for you law is. If you believe that law is not there, then for you law is not there, because people are there who break the law and they are never caught. isn't it? So for them law is not there. For us who are law abiding, we know that law is there. We believe that law should be followed. We have to follow it, though it is having some pinching effect. We follow it. So we follow it because we believe law is there. Like that philosophical approach is been given by Scandinavian realists. Hagerstorm, Lundstedt, they are the proponents of Scandinavian school. Scandinavian, English and American. These three group, you can say, of like philosophers and judges, they have told the reality. Therefore they are grouped together in modern realism. Realist is also one of the school. Okay. Bye bye. See you in the next video.